feet of
All right, we're live on Facebook.
are not hiding their agenda.
Okay,
Vote
30
for a
seconds.
Democrat, any Democrat. You are imperiling the
Will you
magnificent
fix that so
economic
that
boom
never
and
happens
armament of
again?
America, and the
Yeah, do you
restocking of
want
the
to
federal
talk to your
judiciary
rep?
with
Yeah.
judges who are
I
not
don't even know who is my rep.
a vote for
Time
any
call you or
Democrat.
something?
Yeah,
Or-
absolutely. Yeah.
Is a vote for Nancy Pelosi. It is that simple. I'm Hugh Hewitt.
The Pepperdine Graduate
I don't even know who my
School of
rep
Public
is
Policy,
anymore.
Impacting policy decisions
His
today.
name's Jerry. He came to the
preparing public
office.
leaders
Oh, he did?
for tomorrow.
The following program, paid for by Right Path Real Estate, does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today.
Welcome to the show. Oh, that'll help.
Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. You know, I'm on the Book of Faces right now, just to let you know, and I'm amazed at how many people are falling for this. For this, hey, I've received multiple friend requests, blah 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 blah. So anyhow, just ignore it. Just folks, ignore it. You're part of the sharing of the problem. So if you notice, I even misspelled the word "to." It's T-O-O. And I've gotten it several different times. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I get this Facebook Messenger message. I've gotten it 3 or 4 times in the last couple of days. And it says, "Hi, I actually got another friend request from you, which I ignored, so you may want to check your account. Hold your finger on the message until the forward button appears. Then hit forward and all the people you want to forward to, T-O-O. I had to do the people individually. Please do not accept a new friendship from me at this time." Like, yeah, y'all are just silly willies. That's what I'll say. Anyhow, what I would like you to do is if you're listening on terrestrial radio, if you're listening on any one of the podcasts, go to our Right Path Real Estate Facebook page, like our page, share it, share with other folks. That's how we're growing. You know, we're wanting to change people's lives. It's fascinating. I had dinner with my daughter last week. We went to dinner. Went to what's the name of the place? Oh well, I'll think of it in a minute. Escanaba, whatever it was. It was a great Mexican food place, and I don't necessarily need to give them a plug anyway. But having a great time. And my daughter on the way there, she's like, "Dad, describe your dream house to me." And, you know, which is kind of challenging for me because I don't really get emotional about houses. You know, we've had some houses that we've done that I've really liked, and I've liked the before, you know, I didn't like the before house, but I like the after house. In fact, we have a house right now that we're closing on. I think it's the 15th of this month, something like that. It's probably one of my favorite houses. I could picture moving into it if we weren't selling it. And great house. Is it my dream house? No, it's really not. I mean, there's some aspects of a dream house that I've come up with, but what I realize is that she's 13, and she was able to clearly enunciate every single detail about what her dream house would be like. I mean, she went on describing her dream house for like 45 minutes. And what I recognize is the younger you are, the easier that is to do. As you get older and older and older, most people start giving up on their dreams that they have in life, their dream house, their dream car, all of those things, because the sad reality is that life beats them down and beats them down and beats them down. And little things along the way will take away your dreams and your goals. One of the things that we have as a goal in Right Path is to bring back those dreams. Most people don't realize how close they actually are to the financial freedom that they want to achieve. In fact, I'm blown away by how many people are able to come in and step beyond what it was that they were to dream was possible before they found out what can happen in real estate. if you run any of those financial calculators, and if you haven't, I recommend that you Google a financial investment calculator and see what kind of rates of return it would take for you to get to where you want to be financially. Now, I know some people are able to dream really big. Oh, man, I want to make $1 million a year, or more. But then actually putting a actionable plan in place in order to achieve those goals, well, now that's a different story. And so how do you come together with a group of people to achieve something at a high level? They say that you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. So how cautious are we about the people that we hang around with? I want to hang around with people that are achieving things at a very, very high level. People that wake up in the morning excited to hit the day, not people that are what I call Eeyores. Oh no, it's a Monday. I don't want to go to work today. I don't want to hang around with those people. I really don't. I limit my time with those people to next to nothing. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, but I woke up excited and energized without an alarm clock this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then one of the goals that I had is there was a particular book that was recommended to me. And I'm an action taker. Somebody says, hey, Tom, I highly recommend this book to you. I know a lot of people, I'll get around to it. I know some people say, well, I don't like reading. I heard at one time, this must have been like 20 years ago, that leaders are readers. If you want to be a leader in life, then you want to start reading more books. And so I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning without an alarm clock. I wasn't, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, something woke me up. I'm so sleepy, I need to go back to sleep. I decided, hey, I'm going to start reading something. So this book that I had downloaded on Kindle, I started reading it on my phone, and I got 17% of the way through the book. It's one of the things I like about Kindle is it tells you exactly. So I'm almost 20% of the way through this book. And I just started it at 4 o'clock this morning and read it until my alarm went off at 6:45. And then I got up and, I have a commitment to do some exercise, spent 14 minutes on the Bowflex. And then I have a 7:45 meeting this morning before the radio show. So, yeah, Daniel says, woke up at 4:57 before my alarm went off and couldn't wait to get started. Yeah, see, Daniel, that's why we like hanging out with one another. Iron sharpens iron. Are you choosing on a daily basis what you do? Are you responding to life as life comes to you? Are you proactively planning the life that you want to live? One of the things that we're working on right now in Right Path is a vision statement. And we're, by the end of this week, we're going to have a vision statement clearly defined so that everyone will be on the same page to know what to expect in Right Path. But in the grand scheme of things, the gist of it is we want to help other people dream again about a life of abundance or financial freedom. I rented a house just last week that needed a significant amount of work, and I decided, hey, do I want to put $20,000 worth of work in it, or do I want to rent the property as if I put $20,000 of work into the house, probably could have rented the house for $1,200 a month. But I thought, you know what? I want to help some family out there. Give them a house to live in that needs work. Maybe I'll rent it to someone that, has some plumbing skills, has some electrical skills, has some sheetrock or painting skills. Make it a home. And obviously, the fear on the rentee side, the renter, I should say, I'm the rentor, I'm the landlord, right? The leasee. So the fear on their side is, imagine that they put all the sweat equity. They go out and get the materials and they put the sweat equity in it. Now I have a house a year from now that's a whole lot better than the house I have now. Am I going to immediately go up to the $1,200 a month? And that really wouldn't be fair. And I'm not that guy. So I said, look, I'm going to charge $600 a month this year. And I will absolutely go up on your rent next year, but I won't gouge you. What I'll go to next year is I'll go to like $700 a month. And then the next year I'll go to $800 a month. And then the next year I'll go to $900 a month. And then the next year I'll go to $1,000 a month. So 6, 7, 8, 9. In 5 years, I'll go to $1,000 a month. Now imagine, keep in mind that you're talking about an abundance mindset where there's more than enough in the universe to help everybody. So wouldn't I be giving someone a great deal on a house? They're helping me. I'm helping them. And a year from, or 5 years from now, I have a house that's $1,000 a month. When we're always trying to look for how do I squeeze every single penny out of a transaction. Now, don't get me wrong. When I'm negotiating against somebody where I'm not seeking a win-win, where I'm not seeking a long-term relationship in that business environment, there are situations where you've got a one-time business opportunity where you're never going to do business with that person again. I'm not the person that's going to leave, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 of money on the table when I'm negotiating, let's say, to buy a house, for example. I've been in situations where I've sucked the marrow out of the deal. However, when I'm looking for a relationship like that, so you have to decide in which situation are you negotiating. Are you in a relationship building negotiation? Are you in a relationship deterrent? Are you in a win-lose? Like for every dollar that you make, like it's a zero-sum game. There are some negotiations that are a zero-sum game, that for every dollar that you don't get out of the transaction is a dollar that you'll never get back. You have to know the difference. Now, here's the challenge that I see, is that some people get so negotiating focused that they are not at all ever focused on the relationship. And you find people like that are in real estate, for example, or in life 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the road, and they don't have the life that they want, and they don't have the relationships that they want. Really, if you look at it, life is about relationships. How many people have you seen that walk into a restaurant and it seems like everybody knows this person when that person walks in the restaurant, and the waiters recognize, maybe you have a restaurant like this, you walk in the door and everybody recognizes you, that Cheers environment, where everybody knows your name. Isn't that a fun place to hang out, to go to have a favorite restaurant like that? You can establish relationships quickly wherever you go if you have an abundance mindset. We'll talk a little bit more about what tip means on the other side of the break. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. I want to say thanks for staying tuned during this first segment. I'm going to ask you to stay tuned during the break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, and you can join in the conversation, 713-785-1817. See you on the other side of the break. Morning, Paul.
Lights off.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal: helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes,
2 minutes left.
networking opportunities, and the ability
Yes.
to
All right,
tap
be right back.
into trillions of dollars
Okay.
for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30.
Hey, good morning, Nurit.
Contact Benchmark about our
Morning, Matt.
investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hello, real estate
30
investors.
seconds.
Do you need
All
a
right.
lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. So I want to talk a little bit about the word tip. And I've always been taught that the word tip means to ensure promptness. And so many times people wait to determine if they get good service, they tip well. If they get bad service, they don't tip as well. And the question is, do you want good service or do you want bad service? I think everybody would say, I want good service. Then why would you take a chance on that? I want you to try this as a new mindset, a new way of thinking. Next time you go to a restaurant and you know what the bill's going to be, maybe it's going to be, let's say $60 for a family to go and eat. And you just go to the waiter and say, hey, here's $10. I want you to take good care of us. Now, some of y'all have already thought, well, I don't want to really try that because what if after I give him $10, he still gives me bad service? What I'll say is that is not an abundance mindset. Oftentimes what I believe is that we put out into the universe what we get back. In our negative thinking, we get negative reactions. What I'd say is, why don't you put out positivity? Why not sow into other people before you get something back? I started doing this a while back, and it's amazing how 99% of the time I get great service. And a few times I've forgotten, and there was a situation just recently that went to this particular restaurant. I'd forgotten to tip him in advance. It's a habit I've formed, and I do it about 95% of the time, but had a little bit of a distraction going on. Don't need to really explain why or anything like that. But by the time the waiter came over, the waiter was a little bit distracted. It seemed like he had too many tables. We were not getting the kind of care that I thought we needed to get. So guess what? I went over, gave the guy $20, and I said, hey, man, would you mind taking really good care of us? And he said, oh, yeah. You'd have been amazed. From that point on, he just kind of hovered. Whenever I looked in, we never had our beverages that were running low. We never had, our tortilla chips basket was never low. I mean, the service, it was just amazing. So all I would say is, if you start pouring into other people, if you would pay in advance to ensure promptness, it's amazing how something so simple can make your whole day different from a mindset shift of, I'm going to wait and see what kind of result I want, to creating the result that I want. What a mindset difference it is to create outcomes in life that we want. Do you think that most successful people are just lucky, or that they're better at designing the outcomes that they want in their lives? So here's the question. Can you even clearly articulate to people the outcome that you want in your life a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Can you clearly articulate what your dream house would look like? In other words, if I were to say, hey, tell you what, you tell me what your dream house looks like, you describe it over the next hour, and whatever you put in that house will be granted. I guarantee you, my daughter, she's 13, she could very clearly articulate. One of the things that she says is she wants to have this secret passageway. I mean, which is not atypical for a 13-year-old. But I mean, what adult doesn't? Wouldn't it be super cool to have a house with a secret passageway? Now, my daughter also used to want a tree house, like the Keebler Elf tree house. She wanted to be able to have like the little doorway opening up to a hollowed out tree inside. Not, kids don't know that things aren't possible. She wanted to have a stairwell going inside to this magical treehouse. She actually wanted elves inside as well. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. But realistically, have we given up on the dreams that we once had as kids and settled for something less than that? So does E start drawing out the blueprint? Yeah, exactly. So here's what I know is that she has this design that she wants to have these floorboards that are covered up by a rug. You move the rug out of the way, you have these floorboards that can be removed, and inside of the floorboard is this hidden passageway to a special kids' playroom. So I started asking details. Well, how many floorboards wide does it need to be? Are these 4-inch wood panels, or these 2-inch wood panels? I mean, they're 4-inch, and it's going to be about 6 of them. So that means it's going to be about a 2-foot opening into a stairwell that goes down. And I'm thinking, okay, so you enter this. I mean, is it going to be a basement type? I start thinking about the logistics, about how do we make this thing happen, right? She's just worried about dreaming about what it is that she wants. I used to know the statistic about at what age most people give up on their dreams and at what age most people have forgotten what their dreams ever were. Are you at that age where you've already forgotten? I was talking this morning at one of our early morning meetings. I rented this house that needed some work for $600 a month. Do you know that for most people, if they were making $6,000 a month, they'd be replacing their income, especially if it was tax-free money? And it with just 10 of these houses that make $600 a month, I'd be at $6,000 a month. Imagine what your life would be like if you could bring in $6,000 a month passively. And you're like, well, Tom, is that even possible? Absolutely. That is possible and even more. If you want to have a 5-year plan to where you can reach whatever level of retirement you'd like to be, what if you were only 5 years away from being able to retire at whatever level that you wanted to be? 10 years at most. If you had a super outsized goal, not a 5,000, not a 10,000, not a 15, not a 20,000, let's say you wanted a much bigger goal than that. What if you were 10 years away from whatever that number was? How long would you want to wait until you were there? We have an event. It's free of charge. It's a 1-hour event. Our next one's going to be tomorrow at 6:30. You can go to rightpathrealestate.com, rightpathrealestate.com, and you can register for our free event. It's called the Wealth and Income Workshop. Most people have not studied wealth creation. I spent quite a bit of time studying. One of the things that I discovered is that Warren Buffett's considered one of the greatest investors of all time. He's consistently outperformed the marketplace over a long period of time. But even with that, it's not like he's been getting 100% rates of return year over year over year over year over year. really he's averaged just below 20% rate of return over a long period of time. And what's frightening is we can show you how through real estate, using only 2 of the ways that 2 of 5, and we even share a bonus 6th way, but 2 of the 5 main ways of producing wealth and income in real estate that are returning an average of about 35% per year. Now, I want you to think about this. Warren Buffett's gotten as wealthy as he has through about 20% rate of return long term, just under 20%. Just imagine how super wealthy he would be if he were able to have invested at 35% rates of return over that period of time. It's absolutely unbelievable. So I want you to start understanding what the idea is behind compound investing over time. Compound interest over time is a powerful tool for getting wealthy. Even more powerful than that is leveraged rates of return. There's so few investments today that can give you leverage when you invest. So one of the things that I love about real estate as one of the best investing vehicles today is the leverage that it gives you. Because if the investment goes up 5% and it also cash flows, you're leveraging typically 5 to 1. Real estate is one of the few self-collateralizing assets that you're not investing based on speculation. You're investing based on the fact that you can't produce more properties. There's a finite amount. You know, Exxon can go and print more stock certificates, but the earth is not growing more real estate. Unless you're counting, new land out in Hawaii that's that volcanic stuff. But I don't count that, right? I'm talking about actual real estate in urban areas. They're not making any more of it. There's a finite amount that is out there. And there's more and more resources that are wanting to put money into real estate. And when you talk about the core basic needs that everybody needs food and everybody needs shelter. And when you're in the business of providing shelter, you're in a great business that is recession-proof. Everybody's worried about what if the market crashes? What does that do to real estate? Everybody's also talks about what if real estate crashes? What does that do to my investing portfolio? We'll talk more about that on the other side of the break. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. I appreciate everyone participating on the Book of Faces. If you want to also participate by calling in, give us a call at 713-785-1817. Like our Facebook page. Also share just go to your, if you don't know how to share, just ask your teenage kid. ask one of your teenage neighbors. How do you share on Facebook? Share our show. Share it with your friends. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. See you on the other side of the break.
Mic's off.
Oh, man, I can't wait when the movie comes out on this. You know, they're coming out with a movie about the story of Queen.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly?
I saw the previews on it a couple days ago.
Yep. It's coming out in November.
Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
What is that? Freddie Mercury? Is that
Yep.
his name?
Yep.
And turnkey remodeling of single-family
Yeah, it was.
investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to
I shall be
finish
right
with a
back.
highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Hello, Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart?
1 minute.
Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, Tom, you ready?
Why not? Of course I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hot mic.
You were just nervous about whether or not I was back, right?
So right.
Hey, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. We're just having fun, making a difference in other people's lives. That's all it is. And, you know, if you've gone down a path before, you know, I'm one of those guys that's willing to try a lot of different things. And I'm also one of those guys that a lot of my friends come to and say, hey, Tom, what do you recommend for this? Or what do you recommend for that? Because I know that I'm the guy that does a lot of research. So it was just a natural that when I started flipping houses, when I started creating wholesaling, or when I started wholesaling houses, when I started, you know, doing buy and hold real estate investing, all single family, that people would say, hey, Tom, how are you doing it? What are you doing? And I just started outlining a lot of the different systems and processes, the business processes for doing what we do. You know, we're not just teaching what it is that we do on a daily basis. It's much more than that. It's, you know, you don't just want to learn how to do something. You want to learn why is it done that particular way. Now, one of the things that I recognize is that people get so granular in trying to learn some of the minutia that they make it seem like it's really important, when the reality is most people don't succeed in this because they really don't have a measurable goal. In fact, it's the number one reason why so many people, you know, when New Year's comes around, there'll be a lot of people that will start setting some health goals. They'll call them health goals, but it'll be really a weight loss goal. And this will just give you an example of how, because people's thinking is incorrect, they don't get the results that they're really looking for because they're not specific enough in what their results are and which directs their actions. Because, our thinking affects our decisions affect our actions, and our actions determine the results that we get. So I used to help people get more fit, get leaner, and it was fascinating to me when people would set a goal like, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. And I go, well, 10 pounds of what? And they go, well, I don't really care. I just want to lose 10 pounds. And in other words, when I get on the scale, it says, 190, and I want it to say 180. So as long as it says, 10 pounds less, I don't really care. And I go, you sure you want that to be your goal? And they're like, yeah. I go, all right, well, then cut off your arm. Whoa, that's not what I mean. Well, your arm weighs about 10 pounds. Just cut it off. You'll be, one arm lighter. There's 10 pounds. Oh, no. And I'm like, well, for some people, have really, really long hair. Hair doesn't weigh a whole lot. You don't want to lose 10 pounds of hair. You don't want to lose 10 pounds of skin. You don't want to lose 10 pounds of muscle. You don't want to lose 10 pounds of bone. You don't want to lose 10 pounds of blood. What do you want to lose 10 pounds of? Well, I want to lose 10 pounds of fat. Oh, now that might be a different goal than just losing 10 pounds. Because, there's a formula for losing. It's not really, you can't really lose fat. What you do is you burn it off, right? When you start understanding that fat is fuel, then you start realizing that, hey, my goal is not really to lose 10 pounds of weight. My goal is to burn 10 pounds of fat. Because that's a completely different mindset. When you start thinking, I want to burn 10 pounds of fat versus I want to lose 10 pounds of weight, it's going to put you off on a totally different track of your daily result-producing activities. And you realize that, hey, I can't burn 10 pounds of fat in a day, not and do it healthy. Then you start researching, well, what's a reasonable amount of time? Can I burn a pound of fat a week? Yeah, so what if 10 weeks you burn 10 pounds of fat? But Tom, you don't understand, I'm 50 pounds overweight. Okay, well, you didn't get there in 10 weeks. Don't expect to unget there in 10 weeks, right? In other words, if it takes you, 10 minutes to walk a mile in one direction, it's probably going to take you 10 minutes to walk back to where you began. You wouldn't expect to walk someplace in 10 minutes and walk back in a minute. So in real estate also, so many people set a goal, I want to flip 5 houses. Okay, well, what price range house? I don't really care. Well, you should, because 5 houses is not large enough of a goal to have a marketing budget that's significant enough to market to a whole city like Houston. So do you want to make $200,000 with your 5-house goal, or do you want to make $100,000? You actually get to decide that. Imagine this. Imagine if you're just going to make a 10% gross profit. And if you're flipping $200,000 houses, you'll make $20,000 a house. If you're flipping $400,000 houses, that same 10% is $400,000 a house. And some people say, well, isn't it harder to flip a $400,000 house than it is a $200,000 house? Not really. Oftentimes, the difference between the $200,000 house and the $400,000 house is where it's located. The land's more expensive. So truth be told, I'd rather flip a $400,000 house because it's about the same amount of work as a $200,000 house. Now, it changes when you start talking about buy and hold. I'd rather keep for a buy and hold a $160,000 house than a $320,000 house. I'd rather have two $160,000 houses than one $320,000 house. But Tom, isn't it twice as much work? No. Actually, it's not, because I'm not doing the work managing the house anyway. I'm hiring a property manager. But what I'd rather have is, let's say I had $500,000 to invest in single-family real estate, and I wanted to do buy and hold. One thing I could do is I go buy two $150,000 houses. Excuse me, two $250,000 houses, what I meant to say. I could go buy two $250,000 houses, and I rent them for $2,000 a month. I have $4,000 a month rent coming in. But I could also go buy let's say $420,000 houses that rent for $1,400 or $1,500 a month. Then, if I have just one house vacant, I only have 25% of my houses vacant. Versus if I have one house go vacant and I have two $250,000 houses, I have 50% of my houses vacant. And if I have houses renting for $1,400 a month and I've got 4 of those, I get $5,600 a month in rent on that $500,000 investment instead of $4,000 a month in rent coming in. So my rates of return go up. Now, even better when I get to add leverage. If I had $500,000 to invest, I'd be looking for a 5-to-1 rate of leverage. I'd be looking to buy $2.5 million worth of houses. Now, if I did that $125,000 houses at a time, that's a lot of houses. $125,000 at a time on $2.5 million worth of houses. 2.5 divided by 125,000 is 20 houses. So that $500,000 could create $2.5 million. Imagine that $2.5 million just goes up in value 5%. That means that I'm growing my net worth $125,000 a year. That's a 25% rate of return. Year after year after year after year after year. And not only that, imagine if I made $300 of positive cash flow per house. I'd be making $6,000 a month, tax-free, passive income, after principal, interest, taxes, insurance. My equity would be growing on an annual basis because of appreciation. My equity would also be growing on a monthly basis because I'd be having equity pay down. Every month that my tenant pays me, I pay a mortgage payment, and the principal and interest, the principal starts going down. So my equity gap keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger. My wealth keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger. If I did nothing else, let's say I put them on 20-year mortgages, and they didn't cash flow at all. In 20 years, I turned $500,000, probably even quicker. I turned $500,000 into $2.5 million. But it wouldn't be $2.5 million. It'd be closer to $4 million or $5 million. So imagine if you had a guaranteed way in 20 years of turning $500,000 into $5 million. Would you do it? But Tom, I don't know all the ways that works. Come find out. We teach it. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Register for our weekend workshop by coming to our free wealth and income workshop. We do it twice a week, free of charge, just for you. It starts at 6:30 on Tuesdays for you people that like evening events. We also do it at noon on Thursdays for you people that like to do things during the workday. If you have family commitments at night, we have a lunch hour that you can come to. If you have business commitments during the day, we have an evening hour. But Tom, lunchtime and evening don't work for me. Well, how big is your goal? How much of an action taker are you? Yes, there's a cost for going. It's not monetary, though. It's your time, right? It's the most valuable commodity that you have. It's your time.
1 minute.
There's a cost for going. It's easy to measure that. There's a cost for not going as well. That's the harder thing to measure. If you knew that you could add $1 million to your net worth in the next 12 months, like several of our students have done, if you knew that you could do that, what would hold you back from getting started? So then I just ask you, if you've not already come to our free wealth and income workshop, do you not believe? Do you not believe in us, or you don't believe in you? Sometimes they say if you throw a rock into a pack of dogs, the dog that gets hit barks. For some of you, I just lobbed a rock and I heard you go, "Ow! Oh man, I'm not sure if I don't believe in you or I don't believe in me." Hey, you know what? Success leaves clues, and we teach those clues. We want you to be successful. There's no better investment in America today than a single-family house. I dare you to take a look at it. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Stay tuned through the other side of the break.
Mic's off.
No river can keep me away from you.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know, the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path.
Oh, cool, Andrew. That's awesome.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825 or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly education
Hey, Josh.
classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into
What's up,
trillions
soon to
of
be
dollars
Pop?
for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
30
Hello,
seconds.
real estate investors.
You can't prove
need a
that.
lender that moves fast at the speed of a
Yes,
jet
I
to
can.
fund your investment properties. Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. You know, for those of y'all that are listening on the radio or listen on iTunes, TuneIn, iHeart, you know, all those things, y'all get a good show. But the people on Facebook, they get a chance to see me laugh and dance and Although, you people on radio also, y'all get to appreciate the fact that people tell me I have a face made for radio. And I had somebody very kind said something to me. They said, I don't know how long you've been doing radio, but you have a great radio voice. And I said, oh, thanks. I said, so many times I've been told that I have a face made for radio and a voice made for print. So maybe I ought to become a writer. I don't know about that, but anyhow. But, I enjoy giving back to an industry that's given me so much, and that's really what we're all about here at Right Path Real Estate, is we want to help people understand that there's a business process. It's not just about learning the transaction. There's a business process to learning how to properly flip houses, how to do buy and hold, how to wholesale houses. There's a system and a process. There's actual numbers that you need to know as it relates to running it as a business versus running it as a hobby. And there's so many things that people don't get in the very early stages that keeps them from achieving success. It's not unusual for me to meet someone and they say, oh man, I've been wholesaling houses for 8 months. And I go, okay, how many houses have you wholesaled? Oh, I've done 6. And I go, okay, how's your business going? You're not making any money, are you? How'd you know? And I'm like, well, what's your average wholesale fee? And they'll tell me. And it's some number that they would actually, if they had just become a real estate agent and had listed or had helped 6 buyers find houses, they would have made more money with less cost than what they made being a wholesaler. But they don't have someone else on the outside. Sometimes we can't see the beam in someone else's eye because of the speck in our own eye, or vice versa, right? We can't see the speck in their eye because of the beam in our own eye. There's a lot that we've learned in doing 500 houses in the Houston market. We're not one of these traveling gurus that comes around and says, oh, we're going to teach you how to do it, and we've never done it before. We do it day in and day out. We average a house about every 3 or 4 days, about every 3.5 days. We're buying every day. We're selling every day, one or the other every week. We've got a closing almost. We don't have a closing today. Why? Today's Columbus Day. Happy Columbus Day. Is it Happy Columbus Day or Merry Columbus Day? I'm not really sure. What I am sure about is that you can go over to rightpathrealestate.com. That's Right Path, R-I-G-H-T, Path, P-A-T-H, realestate.com. Register for our free event. It's the Wealth and Income Workshop. You're going to learn about the Rule of 25 and what that number means for you and your financial future. If you don't know about the Rule of 25, you're missing out. That means you're probably not on a correct path that's going to make a difference and put you in the kind of retirement. I just got added to a blog. A buddy of mine, he's already in retirement in his late 50s, early 60s, and he's sailing around the world. Why couldn't that be you? All you got to do is go to rightpathrealestate.com, and we'll help you design the future that you dream about. Again, rightpathrealestate.com, and we will see you tomorrow night. I'll be in the studio tomorrow with Build Your Team Tuesday. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Thanks, folks.